Welcome to the Happy Yuppie Podcast.
Hello Yuppies! Welcome to another episode of the Happy Yuppie Podcast. My name is Mighty Rasing and this is the podcast dedicated to helping you pursue your calling, engage the world, and sustain your life. Hello Yuppies! We have special guests today. Yes, guests. Ngayon, I think this is the first time na mag-guest ako ng more than one person dito sa episode. So, tatlo kami ngayon na magkukwentuhan dito sa ating program. These guys, well, actually, one guy and one girl. So, para sa mga feminists dyan. They are part of this awesome organization na ang pangalan ay the Global Filipino Investors, which is surprisingly, or maybe not, composed of young people. And while a lot of young people are actually trying to figure out ano bang gustong gawin nila sa buhay, I think I don't want to call them kids kasi that would make me like an old man. Pero they're younger than I am, definitely. Kasi nasa early 30s na ako, no? Pero ang nakakatuwa dito, it's that yung isang guest natin, you've probably heard her before sa episode 4. She's Ace Gapos. Back in episode 4, she was still trying to figure out ano ba talagang gusto niyang gawin and all that. May mga racket siya. And she felt lost, in short, with this thing that we call the quarter life crisis. Now, ito namang yung guy na kasama natin, si Mark. Actually, I'm gonna ask him to describe his background later, pero he's more of a businessman. Hindi lang isa ang business niya. He has several actually. So, marami-rami siyang hats to wear. So, without further ado, kasama natin sila ngayon, si Mark and Ace. So, hi guys!
Good day,
Hello.
good day.
Ayan. So, ito muna. I'd like to ask, since ikaw, Ace, nag-guest ka naman na sa podcast, sa program. Can you tell us what happened between then and now? So, that was episode 4. Now, this is episode 24.
Wow, 20
So,
episodes na pala. Amazing.
It's been a while,
amazing.
no?
Yeah.
It's been a while. So, what happened to you since then? Kumusta ka naman?
You know, after a few months lang, from there, I met a lot of people. In that moment of struggle, in that period of struggle in my life, I met a lot of people na from different backgrounds and, do different things. And then, I just explored it. I just, did this, did that, and then found out na, this is actually exciting. Sige, let's do this. And then, luckily, siguro fortunately na rin for me, I found a group of people who really resonated with the things I wanted to do. And yun nga is yung events, hosting, and other things na, I find exciting. I found a lot of people who were into that also and explored opportunities with them. And then tuloy-tuloy na lang. I met Mark, I met all our other friends na kasama namin ngayon here in TGFI. And we also do a lot of things on the side. So right now, I wouldn't say that I've found a way. I still am lost right now. But things have been clearer ever since. And I remember nga 'di ba? Towards the end of the episode, I was telling the audience na, when you're lost and you're trying to find your way, you just go out there, figure things out. Bahala ka dyan. Explore mo kung anong opportunities meron dyan. And I did exactly just that. Sa totoo lang, wala ako talagang fixed direction, but I know what I wanted, I know what I did not want. Ayun lang ang nangyari sa akin. Tuloy-tuloy na lang siya. Until now, andun pa rin tayo sa process of learning.
Well, that's good to know. And at least you're less lost.
Definitely less lost. I found a bit of direction right now.
Well, interestingly, nung kausap ko din si Heinz Bulos, before ko ikwento yan, if you want to listen to my interview with Ace, punta kayo sa pinoyyuppie.com/004. Yan, mapapakinggan ninyo yon, and you can also check out yung show notes doon. Just 2 episodes ago, that was episode 22. Si Heinz Bulos naman yung kausap ko. And you know what? He also went through the same phase. Sabi niya, in his 20s, he went through an exploration stage. Like, he went corporate, nagpunta siya sa small business, lumipat siya ng ibang work, but eventually, he found what he really wanted, which is to write. So he got involved in magazines, both yung computer related and then personal finance related afterwards. Pero here's the thing, he's an accounting graduate and he's a licensed accountant. So that to me is a very interesting model for us ngayon kasi sinabi ko nga for young people these days parang tapos na yung panahon ng one-track career
Yeah,
na kung ano yung
true.
work mo after you graduate, yun din yung doon ka magre-retire, di ba?
Yeah, true.
Parang that's so
Iba na.
yeah, ibang-iba na. How about you, Mark? Ano naman ang background mo and how did you end up with your businesses and with TGFI?
Ako naman, simple lang naman yung background ko. Basically, lahat galing sa family. Kasi parang sa family namin, we're not the type na binibigay lahat. So, kailangan if you want something, kailangan paghirapan or we have to earn it ourselves. So, from there, nag-start kami binigyan kami ng parents ko ng kapatid kasi dalawa kami. So, tigisa kami yung box ng chichirya.
Ilan
Doon
taong ka
nag-start.
dito, Mark?
Ay, bata pa ako nito. Elementary pa ako nito.
Talaga?
Oo,
Yeah.
elementary pa ako nito. And then, ang nangyari, it's either kainin namin chichirya or benta namin siya to buy toys, to buy candies. Ganon.
Ang galing ng parents mo. It's like the
Yes.
marshmallow test with a twist.
Exactly.
Oo,
Exactly. Tapos doon na siya nag-expand hanggang sa nagkaroon ako nung, I don't know if you remember yung mga billiard ball keychains.
May numbers.
Yung may numbers, tapos iba pa yung pricing pag yung Lucky 8. Yun, doon nag-start siya, tapos lumaki, umabot sa Beyblades, Crush Gear, hanggang
How old were you?
I don't know, first year high school?
So, high school pa lang, medyo may
High school
entrepreneurial
pa
streak ka na.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I had several branches. Well, one in Tagaytay, one in
Nag-expand.
Expand.
High school ka? May branches na yung
Nag-expand,
business mo.
yeah.
Grabe.
Yeah.
Oo.
Teka lang, ano nga ang surname mo, Mark?
Mansilla.
Mansil. Wow, that's a Pinoy surname, ah.
Ako,
You,
baka
you don't have
makidnap
Chinese
ka.
blood.
I hope so.
Wala kang Chinese blood.
I don't know.
Ah, okay. So,
I think wala.
pero yung surname mo sounds Filipino enough.
Actually.
Well,
Yun.
Kasi yung isa sa mga, halimbawa, sinasabi ni na Chinkitan and a couple of other observers, tayong mga Pinoy, most of the families gear their kids towards becoming employees.
Yeah,
In
oo.
your case, yung parents mo, even at an early age, they groomed you for business. Nasa business ba sila or were they employees?
Ay, employees. My dad was an engineer. My mom was a government employee sa SSS. Yun. Talagang far. Tapos, napansin ko lang na parang, they're really grooming me for business. Kasi there came a period in my life na, high school to, I was not that cool. So, parang, to be cool, I have to learn an instrument. So, when I learned that, dun lang parang, wow, cool. And then from there, na-inspire ako, gusto kong mag-band, gusto kong mag-everything. So, my mom was telling me, if you went into a band, what are the chances that you're gonna make it? Yung ganon. So, parang, no, it makes sense. There's a lot of bands out there that's not in there yet. Parang, only a few. Ganon. So, parang, mas malaking chances ko pag nag-business Yun. So, yun. Doon na nagtuloy-tuloy ulit. Tapos, dire-diretso na ulit.
At that's ang galing ng parents mo, even without background in business, ito na yung they were teaching you how to be in business. Kaya
Yeah.
nga eventually I think nagbunga naman
Yeah, nagbunga
about
naman.
that. So, ito guys, let's talk a little bit about the TGFI. Ano
Ayan,
naman
ito
ang
na.
TGFI and how did it start and how did it come about?
Oh, actually, si TJFI started with 5 people. But initially, there's only just one. Ma'am, we'll introduce him to you in the near future. Yan. It was founded by Floy Wicoco. He was formerly an OFW in Singapore and he left Philippines because he was hoping for greener pastures talaga. You know naman mentality ng Pinoy, ay, pag nag-abroad ako, yayaman ako.
Yeah.
Yan ang mentality ng Pinoy. Si Floy, yun din ang mentality niya before. So when he went to Singapore, he had a lot of money. As in, a lot. Crazy. But, nung nagkaroon na siya ng maraming pera, this is where the uncontrolled spending came in.
Oh.
Ayan na. Bumili siya
Upgrade
ng
lifestyle.
Ayan,
sobra.
oo.
You know, when your income goes up, your expenses automatically
Yeah.
goes up also. You don't know why, but yon. So, bumili siya ng relos. Wala nang magkano.
Teka lang nga. Are we talking Singapore dollars here?
Pwede.
Peso?
Philippine peso.
Oh, sige.
Hulaan
Wild
mo.
guess. 15K?
Higher.
Higher.
Goodness, 20K?
Higher.
50?
Higher.
Way higher! Oh my!
Exactly.
100K? Hindi naman.
Hindi naman.
Okay,
It's
okay.
70,000.
But
And when we
man.
tell this story,
70,000.
exactly. When we tell the story to people, mamamangha sila, oh, nakapag-abroad ka lang, grabe ka ng gumastos. And si Floy, with the spending habit that he had, he realized mga months after na, teka, nag-abroad ako para mag-ipon. Pero wala akong maipon. Bakit? So, when he found himself stuck in a rut, he attended this seminar about personal finance and financial education. And na-inspire siya. Na-touch talaga siya ng sobra. Sobrang touch niya, he built this online community. TGFI started as a Facebook group, as in simpleng Facebook group, where people, joined, asked different questions about insurance, stocks, even network marketing, everything. They ask it there. And then, it grew na lang. It grew na lang na, siguro, word of mouth, ganyan. And from member 01, si Floy, it's now almost 32,000 members.
32,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oo. They conduct seminars all over the world. There's one in Singapore, in Brunei, in Dubai, in Hong Kong, Korea. It's
Kailan
all
nga?
over the world na.
Kailan nag-start ang TGFI?
Oh,
2013.
2013,
It was January 2013.
Yeah.
That was less than 2 years ago.
Yes.
And now,
Yeah.
32,000.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. You know why we're really confident about this kasi si TGFI is I believe it's the first I'm not sure lang, but I believe it's the first financial organization that covers an entire field. Like there will be stocks, there's forex, there's ano pa ba? Real estate,
mutual funds.
Yan, oo.
Yun.
It's comprehensive. Unlike other groups na, it's stock market only. It's forex
totoo.
only. So, si TGFI, I think the reason why it grew a lot na fast is because medyo talagang malawak yung coverage niya.
So, in a sense, one-stop shop.
Yeah,
siya
it's a
sa-
one-stop shop of everything,
In comparison
about
with,
finance.
halimbawa, you have all these speakers and authors na halimbawa na, no? At the top of my head, si Randall Chongson.
Randall.
Personal
Randall.
finance talaga. Na,
Si
ang
Randall, Sir
tackle naman niya,
Advisor.
it's really about me, how can I save more? How can I invest more?
Right.
Yung si Marvin
Germo.
Germo naman,
Germo.
Is stock.
stocks naman, di ba? So,
Yes.
halimbawa, si Fitz Villafuerte naman, it's making money online. Tapos
Right.
eventually, he ventured a little bit on Forex.
Yeah, yeah.
Tama, di ba? So, by the way, dear Yuppies, if you wanna check out yung interview ko with Randall Chongson, go to pinoyyuppie.com/012. Yan. Alam mo, when Randall Chongson shared the podcast in his blog, grabe, downloads shoot up. So, thank you
Wow.
for supporting that.
Amazing.
So,
Galing.
ikaw, Mark, how did you get involved with TGFI?
TGFI. Actually, nung una, I started stocks kasi nung high school pa. So, solo trip
Grabe
lang
talaga,
talaga.
no?
Oo.
Ano yun? Did your parents introduce it to you? In-explore mo lang talaga?
In-explore lang. I played this board game, then I thought, the real life stocks is parang ganon. Kasi sa board game na yun, parang from $4, magiging $40 agad eh.
Ano to, Monopoly?
Cash
Hindi
flow,
naman.
Flow
ni Robert
101.
Kiyosaki.
Oh, okay.
He discovered it early on kasi.
Yeah. Well, by the way, Yuppies, we'll take the notes for you. So, punta kayo sa pinoyyuppie.com/024. We'll post there everything. Even the link to the board game kung gusto ninyong i-check
Right,
yun.
right.
Meron,
Diba?
yeah.
So, you started young sa stocks?
Stocks. And then, nung nag-start ako sa CitySec online pa siya. So, talagang, yung mga sariling ipon, mga regalo, mga bigay ni tita, bigay ni lola, yun yung pinang-open ko ng stocks. And then, dun solo flight lang talaga, aral lang sa aral, tapos attend ng seminars. Then, dumating yung time na parang nakakalungkot na mag-isa lang, nagsa-stocks. Hindi ko ma-share lahat ng gains ko na parang, kasi syempre, high school friends eh. Pag sinabi mo, kumita ako ng ganito.
Parang, dude, you're so boring.
Exactly.
Let's talk about Naruto. Let's talk about
Exactly,
yeah.
diba? So, naghanap ako sa Facebook. First time ko tinry na parang online stocks, medyo medyo vague pa. Online
Is this
stocks.
Facebook or Google ka nag-search?
Facebook pa, sa Facebook.
Uh-uh.
And then, pag search ko na ganon, nag-join lang ako ng group. Tapos, one thing led to another. So yun na. Doon ko na na-meet yung TGFI.
So doon ka nag-join sa TGFI.
Oo,
And
doon na.
na-meet mo na the other members of the team.
Actually, hindi pa. Online lang. Online ko sila nakakausap. Ganun.
Wow. So yun, Mark, so you stumbled onto TGFI sa Facebook. And then how did
Facebook.
you become part of, kasi you're part of the core group ngayon, ano? How did that happen naman?
Nangyari kasi noon, nagpo-post lang ako ng analysis ko. Ganito yung mangyari, ganito yung mangyari. Tapos, parang, eventually, parang nag-catch up na, nangyayari nga, and eventually gano'n. Tapos, there came a time na pinost ko na yung account history ko, ay yung portfolio ko. So, blinak out ko lang yung number of shares, blinak out ko kung magkano yung total value. Ang nakikita lang doon, yung percentage gain. Kung magkano yung kinita mo in percentages. There was this one stock na, I think, that's 1,000.
Okay. So, pinopost mo yung percentage gain and people started noticing it.
Yeah, oo. Actually, nung una, marami pa nag-comment kung totoo nga or something. So, I had to post it again and again and again. Tapos, they had me logged into another website. Same din naman, Citysec din, but it's a new website. But then, I think bumaba yung percentage to 500% gain. Kasi net na yun eh. Yun. But still, people were still asking, how did you make 500% gain? Kasi normally, sa stocks, mga 20% gain is already high. Yun. Yun na. Tapos parang, kinontak na ako ni Floy. You can also post other analysis. Kasi nung time na yun, medyo na-dishearten ako kasi may iba nagbabash, sabi, Photoshop daw. So yun, sabi niya, hindi, sige, tuloy lang yung post and everything. Tapos yun, hanggang sa constant communication na kay Floy. Yun.
Grabe, so amazing. No, when Mark talks about gains, thousands of when Mark talks about gains, thousands of percents, parang normal lang sa kanya. Grabe na, 500%, ang konti na nga nun eh.
So, teka lang for the sake of our total rookies, newbies na walang alam totally sa stocks. When you say of gains, anong ibig sabihin nito? And
parang basically, kunyari, meron kang 1,000 pesos. Pag may 100% gain ka, may tubo kang 1,000 pesos. Parang ganun, times 2 lang siya. So, if 500% gain siya, times 5 yung money mo. Parang ganun yung idea
Pag
niya.
20% gain, Mark.
Times 0.20.
okay.
Nice.
So teka lang, let's just shift gears a little bit. And by the way, dear Yuppies, and we'd also like to welcome kasama din sa TGFI, hindi natin napakilala kanina, we have Floy Wikoko.
Hello
Tama?
po. Magandang araw.
Ayan. So hi Floy, welcome to the program.
Pasensya na, medyo basa-basa pa tayo.
Biglang buhos ng ulan as we're recording this. So expect the traffic and all that. Kaya, grabe. So, Floy, can you tell us a little bit about your background then? Nabanggit kanina ni Ace na naging OFW ka sa Singapore and then bumili ka this very, very expensive watch.
The infamous story of your 70,000 peso watch.
I think the feature na yan sa mga major websites, right? Like ABS-CBN News, nakita ko yung link sa TGFI group the past few days.
Meron na rin. Then, meron na ring, no, this is not the one. meron na ring Singapore website that featured the same story. Nung pinost ko siya sa wall ko, nirepost nila sa singaporepost.com. I forgot, something like that.
So it's a Singapore-based website yon.
Yes.
Not run by Filipinos.
No.
Oh, wow.
So, it became a little
You're famous.
viral. It became a little viral. Some went against what I said, and some,
Agreed.
but mostly Filipinos naman, they agreed na they get inspired of the story. So, yun. Every person naman has their own story. Kumbaga, what I'm doing right now is I'm using my story to help more people, inspire more people to believe in the power of investing, financial investing. So, yun. So, actually, sige, we'll go back to the beginning. The story happens, actually, when I graduated from college. Actually, when I was in college, hindi ko rin talaga alam kung ano yung gusto ko eh.
Yeah.
So, I have this very troubled mind na kung ano kaya course yung kukuhanin ko. Actually, ganito pa yung nangyari na when I'm having my exam, during my entrance exam in college, may second choice ako. So, the teacher said na, it's last 5 minutes left na lang daw dun sa time kasi time yung exam eh. So, sa sobrang tense ko, nabura ko yung second choice ko. So, yung
So, isa lang
hindi
yung
ako natanggap
nagpakita.
sa first choice.
Oh.
Dun sa second choice, I was actually, inaalala ko nung time na yun, ano nga ba yung second choice ko? Sobrang kabado ko. Hindi ko alam, nakita ko lang, Asian Studies. So, kinuha ko yun. Doon ako
Asian Studies, teka, sa Diliman ba to?
sa UST.
Sa UST.
So, doon ako napunta. So, from there pa lang, it goes to show na talagang medyo troubled yung mind ko because I really don't know what I really want. Then, when I graduated from college, hindi ko pa rin talaga alam kung ano yung trabaho ko. Though, lucky naman, on the first 2 months, nagkaroon na ako ng trabaho, but it's with marketing. Though, hindi ko rin alam kung gusto ko yun. I work in an HMO company, so I did the orientation. So, I went to different companies. I orient about the healthcare products and all. Well, nung sa age ko pa lang yun, got a little bit used in talking to a lot of people. Though, hindi ko pa rin alam ko yung ba talaga yung purpose ko. So, after 2 years, almost 2 years, I finally switched to sales kasi akala ko money is the only answer. When I went to this real estate company, nahirapan ako magbenta. Then I went to another company, then to another company. In total, before I became an OFW, I have 6 companies, 6 different jobs.
Gaano katagal to?
5 years?
In 5 years,
Yes.
6 companies.
Oo.
Wow. So, medyo, during that time, naging ano ka rin, typical yuppie. Kasi ngayon,
Yes.
ang yuppies ngayon would be jumping from one company to another.
Yes, ganun yung typical na mindset because when yapi ka, 'di ba? You have this eagerness. No, I want to earn because I want to buy these gadgets. I want
right.
to have these things.
Uh-huh.
Nakikita ko sa TV ang gaganda, ang gagara na sasakyan, ang
True.
gaganda ng mga phones, ang gaganda ng mga laptops. So it's very kumbaga nakisakay ako dun sa uso.
Oh.
But to the extent na medyo pati yung buhay ko apektado. So I went into I had this I party hard and
Work
harder.
Party
Yeah.
harder.
Yes. Yeah. So that kind of mentality.
Yeah,
Drink
yeah,
a lot. I enjoy a lot kumbaga.
Uh-huh.
To the point that ayun, nagkautang-utang. So I had lots of debts. Then nagkaroon din
So,
ako.
teka lang, Floya. Sorry if
Yeah.
I just want to go a little bit
Yes,
deeper.
yes.
When you talk about debt, how much are we talking about?
Well, di ko lang kung malaki yun, no? It's 20,000 pesos in credit card kasi.
In
Kasi
credit card, okay.
nandun yung naging impulsive din ako eh.
Yeah.
When I had my first very own credit card, swipe na lang ng swipe. So I really don't care kung babayaran ko ba siya next month. Basta alam ko, may pang swipe ako.
Okay.
Then, yun na. Nakita ko rin one time when my bank account is 0. So, negative pa kasi may utang pa, di ba?
Yeah.
So, medyo kinabahan na ako for myself. I was 25 years old then. So, I told my friends, my family, and my girlfriend na yes, I think it's time for me to go overseas to be an OFW. Baka kasi ang pagiging OFW yung sagot para maging mayaman ako, kumbaga.
Yeah.
So, it's still money yung purpose. So, when I went overseas, so that's my 7th job, technically. That's my 7th job. When I went there, doon ko rin na-experience yung iba't ibang trials, kumbaga. I had some discriminated cases against me. Marami. May, ito, lagi ko siya kaya kwento one time when I was with a client. I was in the store, no? I was with a client, then this colleague of mine, hindi ko siya boss, this colleague of mine told me to get a set of phones. So I went inside. So nakuha ko lang different color, yung nakuha ko na phone. Then in front of the client, pinagalitan ako ng colleague ko, which is a local in that country. Sabi niya, bakit hindi mo alam yung ginagawa mo? Simple kulay, hindi mo alam. But of course, that's in English, no?
Yeah.
So, simple daw ng kulay, hindi alam ko ano kuhanin. So, ano pa yun? Kasi when I was in the Philippines, telco yung pinanggalingan ko. So, telco rin yung pinagtrabahoan ko in Singapore. They always tell me na sa Philippines, ganito yung trabaho mo, medyo boss ka na. Tapos dito, staff ka lang, hindi mo magawa yung trabaho mo. A lot of cases like that. So, nandun yung racism. And then, ang naging tendency ko noon, during my first 6 months overseas, is to still buy things that I want kasi I'm so stressed at work.
Oh, yeah.
So, I bought a watch worth 70,000 pesos.
Grabe.
Yeah.
Get over dun,
To be honest, that's the very first thing that I bought when I had my first very own 6-figure salary
Mhm.
in my whole life. Parang natuwa ako na sabi ko sa sarili ko, shit, hindi na mauubos to. I have lots of money this time. So I went to buy anything that I want. So I bought that first watch. Then nasundan ng I bought my first cellphone, which is an Apple phone, which is an
Yeah.
iPhone. So I bought my own laptop. I bought a lot of things,
And
stuff
ito,
that I really
sunod-sunod
don't
to.
need.
Yeah.
Sunod-sunod.
Yeah, sunod-sunod. For the first 6
May
months,
nakaipon
ganun.
ka?
To be honest, yun nga yun yung naging problema. First 6 months, I again check my finances. Grabe, wala akong ipon.
Oh.
May utang pa ako sa kapatid ko noon. Nangungutang pa ako kasi parang wala kasi nag-remind or hindi ko pa rin kasi alam yung purpose ng financial education noon. Then, hanggang yung relationship ko with my family was also affected, with my girlfriend mismo, with my friends mismo. Ako mismo yung lumayo sa kanila kasi I felt that I'm so lost. Na nahiya ako for myself na bakit ganito yung nakahantungan ng buhay ko. Na bakit ang pangit ng trato sa akin ng mga kasama ko. Parang sinisi ko sila for all those stuff that I decided na ako naman mismo yung may gawa. So, troubled yung career ko on my first 6 months abroad. And then finally, a friend introduced me to a book, which is the very first book that I read. This is a Brother Bo Sanchez book.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's
Nice.
how to make a life full of miracles.
Oh.
So that's the very first in my whole life to read a book.
Talaga?
So yun.
Looks like it.
Yes. So,
like
So, oh,
in today's actually one day yata tapos ko
Tapos
siya.
na siya.
So
It's just hindi siya makapal.
not really siguro mga 100.
Easy read
yeah,
also.
it's a very easy
Wow.
read book. A very layman's. Tsaka the book says that yun nga, you can be a blessing to other people. You have a purpose why things is happening. So no ko na oo nga no, I have to straighten my life this time. And then the next week, the same friend told me, attend ka ng financial literacy seminar. So I attended this seminar, and then from that very moment, from that very seat na inupuan ko nung araw na yon, I told myself, this time I'm going to change my life. So I'll be more of a saver and an investor. I'll change my finances. I'll be a better person this time. So binalik ko lahat. So
It's the turning point
yeah,
of
that's
your
a turning
story.
point. Yeah, I did that for a year and 6 months kasi I have 2 months contract, 2 years contract abroad. So when nakikita ko na yung savings ko noon before mag-end yung 2 years contract ko na okay naman, I'm within my target, my wedding budget target, my savings target, my investment targets. I told myself it's about time na hindi na ako maging greedy. It's about time that I share my experience and my story to the Filipino people. So I told my friends and of course TGFI kasi nabuo na rin yung TGFI during that time, during that span of time. I told them na it's time for me to go home. I think pwede na.
Pwede na.
So I went back. TGFI also was a corporation na.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, from a social media
Okay.
group. Actually, the TGFI, the story of that is, ginawa lang siya sa Facebook.
Yeah.
Then, there's this, yung mga officers ko, like sila Mark, nagtulong-tulong kami to establish the group. Yeah, Dr. Christian Santos is my co-founder. So, in-establish yung group. The group became a venue for those people, those Filipino na who wants to know about investing pero naiilang sila to ask questions directly from the professionals.
The experts.
From the experts.
Ah.
Kasi they always feel na may gap eh. Parang, si Sir Randall Chongson, I believe you interviewed him.
Yeah, I did.
So, yun, people are afraid at first to ask him questions.
Talaga?
Pero,
Yeah, it's
TGFI
intimidating
became-
kasi.
Sa bagay.
Yeah.
Intimidating kasi ito, expert to, tapos
Right.
sino ba ako? Baka wala
Yeah.
siyang
Yeah,
oras,
sa common
mga ganun.
person,
Ano?
ayun. So, the TGFI forum became a venue for these people wherein the professionals, the common Juans, the Juanas, the people who just want to learn, the people who just want to bash or what, that became a venue for financial knowledge. So when it happens, the other registered financial planners and the other financial advocates joined na in the same forum. So yun na, we started conducting our own seminars.
That's why,
So,
when
yeah.
you check the group, there are different questions about different topics.
Right.
As in, minsan very simple and it's in different situations. For example, there's this one, kasi po, college ako, pag-graduate pa lang ako, kaso nagkaanak po ako eh. Bibili kami ng
Wow.
partner ko ng
Yeah.
insurance.
Questions
Ano po
like
ba ang
that.
okay? Yung mga ganyan.
Yes.
Yung talagang nangyayari.
Oo.
Na,
Real life stories talaga.
Real life stories
Which
talaga.
talks about money.
Yeah, I think that's a very solid service
Yes.
to young people particularly lalo na tong pinoyyuppie.com. It's
Yeah.
really catered to mga new
Yeah.
graduates and
Right.
young
I believe
professionals.
kasi it's also what keeps the community large eh.
Uh-huh.
The people are real stories talaga. You see there mga nanay na nagsastruggle. Paano po ba yung college education plan ng anak ko? Matanda na ako nagkaanak.
Yeah.
Yung isang teenager na gusto na nang magpakasal sa girlfriend niya. Pero,
Teenager.
ay, yuppie, mga 20,
Okay,
early
fine.
20s. May plans na silang,
Nagulat lang ako, teenager.
mga early 20s. Gusto
Yeah.
na raw
Early
niyang
20s,
magpakasal sa girlfriend niya in a few years. Paano raw ba sila mag-iipon?
Yes.
Employees lang
Yeah,
sila.
That's a very good
The group features a lot of questions na talagang, it happens sa totoong buhay. And people go there because they want to see what happens talaga dun sa ibang mga tao.
Right.
You know what? Siguro I'm just thinking at the top of my head. You know what? If you compile those common questions,
Yeah.
you can actually come up with a book.
Yeah, that's what
Kasi
we're
sobrang
planning.
dami na doon. And
That's
you've
we're planning.
been, I'm sure, you've been answering all those things, Kasi ang
Yes.
problema kasi sa Facebook, kapag natabunan na siya,
Wala na.
mahirap mag-retrieve ng mga messages. But
Right.
if you actually sit down and go back to all those common questions and look at the best answers from the community, I mean, that's one
Right.
big book project. Kasi ang maganda pa doon, like you said, it's yung concept ng crowdsourcing na you're not
Yan.
asking the experts. Actually, you're
Yeah.
experts in your own rights. I mean, you guys are young, yet still you've experienced a lot, especially sa personal finance. And you can guide this younger people on, actually, even older people, no? on what to do.
Oo.
So ayun. Siguro, going back dun sa community, what's the best, or siguro, serious or best, or medyo striking question na ano na ninyo, na encounter ninyo sa community?
What's the most striking?
Ikaw, Floyd.
Actually, when there's this couple, during that last year yon, during the time when the stock market was doing so good, it's a bull market. Sa stock market, when you say bull market, it's an uptrend market. So, people are very happy kasi almost all the companies, including the blue chips, are very performing very good, very well. So, there's this couple actually asked me, sabi nila, "Sir, ang ganda-ganda ng stock market ngayon. Bakit hindi kaya pwede kaming mag-loan?" Then yung loan na yun kasi dapat ang pang-wedding namin yun eh. So gagamitin namin sana kung ano man yung gain for that, gamitin namin for our wedding.
Ipangungutang ang i-invest.
Ipangungutang ang pang-invest, which is in
No, no,
investing,
no.
it's a very no-no.
Yeah.
If you're following the proper way of personal finance and mismong the foundation of investing, it's a no-no to
Loan.
take a loan and invest it. So when this couple kasi pinigilan ko sila eh. I did what I can do. Sabi ko, no, you don't do that. Kasi it's you don't know what will happen in the market. It's very unpredictable. So, when this couple told me na, no sir, sige, tutuloy namin kami, kaya naman po namin, tingin namin, makikita pa rin kami. Kasi
sige.
the market was 7,400 for the Philippine
riding
Stock
high.
Index.
Oo.
It's so
Super
high. That's
high.
the peak point of the stock market Philippine Index noon. So, after a week yata or two, the market went down.
Oh
Yeah.
From 7,400 to 5,600.
Wow.
It's a crash.
Masakit.
And I
Crash
never heard
talaga.
of the couple ever since.
Grabe.
So, I don't know what happened to them today. But I just hoping that they learn something. But because I'm sure na may talo sila doon.
Oh, yeah.
Oo.
Baka kung ano man yung pinangutang nila, negative pa as of today. Because the market right now is just 6,800 for the
Yeah,
index.
Yeah.
So, 6.7, 6.8. So, yan. So, I think, ganon. Those are the things that they can learn through the forum. Now, we just don't recommend what to do. We also suggest what we think is right for
Yeah.
the situation. Though we're not saying that we're the expert, but at least
Oo.
mga experiences na rin
Yeah.
kasi ito
Yeah.
You're a little bit ahead, kumbaga
Yeah.
sa learning
So,
curve.
yun, yeah.
Nandun ka ng
Right.
konti. So, I mean, ang mahal kaya magpakasal ngayon, di ba? Like,
Totoo.
when my wife and I got married,
Naku po.
in 2011, we spent around 230,000 pesos. So,
Oh.
Grabe.
that's
2011 pa
even
yun,
cheap,
ah.
That's cheap by
Yeah,
city
yeah.
standards kasi we did it sa Bulacan and
Yeah.
we saved quite a lot. I've heard of some couples who spent mga 500,000, 600,000 pesos.
Right now, 500,000 is very ordinary na.
That's right, di ba?
Oh, Floy pala is getting married very
Yeah.
soon.
Whoa!
This
Hey,
from
congratulations.
From experience,
Yeah.
babe,
Nice.
budget.
Hindi ko na sasabihin yung date, baka marami umattend. Mahirap
So,
na.
yeah, hush.
Di ba sa ano yun? De, joke lang.
Yeah, but I think
So, yeah.
these are realities that yuppies
Right.
need to take into account. So kung meron kayong iniipon na pangkasal tapos you take it and invest it, tapos all of a sudden hindi na kayo pwedeng ikasal. Di ba?
Yeah, true.
Pag-awayan pa yun.
True.
Hey, thank you for joining me in this week's episode of the Happy Yuppie Podcast. This is just the first part of our interview with the young people from the Global Filipino Investors. Don't worry, we will be continuing our interview with them next week in our episode 25. So if you want to check out the show notes for this episode, please go to pinoyyuppie.com/024. You will see there all of the websites they mentioned, all of the episodes that I mentioned there, and even the notes that I'm taking while I'm listening to this interview. And also, dear Yuppies, if you feel that this podcast is helping you out or that you feel that this is a good resource for young people, please go to pinoyyuppie.com/Stitcher and leave an honest feedback and rating so that more and more young people, young professionals will be able to discover us. Diba? So, don't worry. Next week, itutuloy natin yung kwentuhan. So again, this is Mighty Racing for the Happy Yuppie Podcast. I'll see you again next week.